Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Hope you all are having a good day. Squiff1, woohoo! Hey buddy, it's good to see you. Let me set things up and let me know if you can hear me well. I feel it might be nicer without music. I'm gonna also hit record. So this is an old Unreal Engine 4 project that I by recently I mean very long time ago, converted it to Unreal 5, switched from static layering to dynamic layering. And there are some things I'm doing to improve on it. And I thought, as I was doing that, I'm working on this as a case study to show like retail stores and fashion on how things could be displayed and the type of environment they can be built around. So because we've done this like 3 years ago, and I wanted actually to show you some good old work in progress images on how like all of this developed. So there are 8 days for our current world building metaverse challenge. And within these 9 days, I thought it would be cool to make a couple of streams together to talk about creating these environments and have this together as a case study, answer your questions about Unreal Engine if you have any. And I also have my like little to-do list on the side on this. And I was testing these very cool lighting setups from Hillside Sample Project. They give you so many cool assets that you can place in your projects and like, okay, let me try these different lighting scenarios and see what's up. If you guys can hear me well, just let me know in the stream chat. And let me put my notes on the side. Maybe put some music just for the start of the stream, because why not? Almost here. Let's just try, I think. This one was nice. Set up cool lighting to work with. The only thing you want to know about the lighting assets from Hillside project that they need the sun and sky plugin enabled, and they got some real world values where the sun is extremely emissive as a surface, therefore things here appear black. Hey Squiff, sound was broken. Oh, yours, you scared me. It's good to have you on the stream, buddy. Hope everything is going well. It seems we have 8 people watching, but you are the only one interacting. No worries. All questions goes to you. Yeah, I was working on this before the live, and I thought, let's just go live, show the process live, do it live, and keep going. So before we get into it, final reminder, little reminder, we have a world building challenge, building virtual environments for the metaverse going on, and there are 8 days left for the final deadline. This challenge is brought to you with our partners from xSPECTAR. You may recognize one of the projects, the gallery project we shared at Cinematic a couple of months ago. So yeah, nice prizes. The deliverables are all here. So this is the final countdown, I would say. Now I want to tell you a quick little story. This because let's open the project. So I think this is the first public ever project I shared online when it came to Metaverse, and from this one I got, well, when I was alone, now we're a company, we got very interesting projects we worked on. And for the challenge, what is required from you is to design virtual space that can bring value to others. And these others, I mean people, can be businesses, creatives, designers. There must be a way where you can design an environment inspired by what they do and their company or colors or services. Build a world around that and place their products. So if it's a fashion designer, you can place fashion items. If it's someone who design devices, a company, let's say manufacturer, can place these electronics. So I showed in a very past, so let me just make sure this is no NDA stuff on the side. All is good. Okay. Actually, I need to open the document, so give me a second. I showed in a Figma file that you guys have access to some interesting case studies that you can tackle. Just need to find the document. There we go. One of the most questions I get, like, why would someone make a virtual environment? And I like my answer before is always, hey, we already do this in real life. And imagine creating something inspired from real life, from the exhibitions and galleries and everything, depending on what industry you are working with, and do it in a virtual environment where there you can display the goods and the services and create interactive things in ways that's never possible before. So it's the same question people asked 20 years ago, why do I need a website? So it's the same question today. Now, when you add to all of this very good stuff, these virtual spaces, the recent update from Epic, the Unreal Engine for Fortnite editor, this is something I'm very interested in testing, but you can launch these projects that you're making for people or companies with something like Fortnite editor almost everywhere. Like, of course, you need to optimize your scene. There is some limitations and whatnot, but imagine what is possible for you, at least, like your portfolio, if you can display, let's say, because I'm saying you because most of us guys here are designers, architectural designers. What's possible for you in Fortnite, let's say, when you design virtual gallery that represents your past work in cool way and publish that on Fortnite and then share it with hundreds of thousands of people. If they don't have Fortnite, make them install it and test your environment. Like, that's the easiest way from any device. So yeah, that's like if we're thinking long term on how you can deploy these environments other than pixel streaming, which is very expensive. We have now something like Fortnite. Now I just need to put the chat on the side. Squiff, thank you so much, buddy. I'm very glad you enjoy these streams and you love them. Much appreciated. Squiff, are you working on any virtual environments or any projects nowadays? How is it going on your end? How do you find this stuff? You know, it's something to scroll with mouse and something to scroll with another mouse. I'm just trying to put, so there are some elements. This is very old mood board I've created, but when it comes to creating mood boards, the process I went through is looking at images and scenarios and lighting I like. Actually, this is something I like so much, I want to achieve it. What was important is finding assets that I can get from the marketplace to place around. So you don't need to do everything on your own when you're doing this as a showcase. But what is taking this one more steps is implementing blueprint and the same methods we use to change materials on furniture and whatnot. Imagine now doing it on like these type of assets. So that's very cool. I believe I want to add some sort of interactable screens and furnitures and stuff. And I have this little mood board of the types of some inspirations from Midjourney. Now, the first thing I want to improve on in the project is the lighting. As I said earlier, we're using lighting from the Hillside project that you can find here. Hillside. Yeah, there we go. If you download this project, oh my God, you will find so many assets you can migrate, and these assets usually are located as the following. So you're gonna find a folder called Hillside, and you're gonna, for me, I took for this level the lighting levels. So if you go to maps, you're gonna find lighting. We have this lighting stuff. Don't copy the night lighting as I did here, because the night lighting is related to the project itself, which is Hillside, not. So yeah, this is a bad idea here. Just copy these. That's what you want. Now, I want to quickly be able to find my lights, and my word outliner here is not so nice. So just gonna make like quick little folder called MISC so I can organize later. And I'm gonna quickly select everything I see here and just put them here. Right. Let me bring back the old ugly lighting just for now. Don't you love Lumen? Okay, so in the old backlighting or sort of project, I was thinking like this could be a mega city or something. But recently, or not recently, for as much as I want this to be like really high. So that will affect lighting placement. And I was thinking, should I place my lights now and change everything later, or should I keep this exactly here? Now all that can be solved. With deleting our old lighting, because it's really ugly. So I'm gonna just hide this. And the lighting I want is this, but need to adjust these settings. So when we hide or unhide any of these levels, and the word outliner is going to change. So we need to find our lights. And also it might be helpful to identify, for example, let's say lights, but what lights? So these are the interior lights, and we can call them that. Or usually to make things like always organized in a cool way under each other, I usually start lights underscore interior. So let me find that. No? We need to divide them later. It's always very important to organize things. Here we have mesh. my old laptop. Keep it. For cinematic shots, I sometimes add lights and change their intensity based on the lighting I want. Sorry. So we have these. And notice, like now, every time we add now lights, exterior is gonna, they all have same structure. M-Design, hey, how's it going? You live again. You streaming so much last couple of days. Yes, M-Design, that's true. I am enjoying these streams, and they are usually when I'm working on one of these projects that I can share the process, I can go live. But for the past couple of months where I didn't go live for a long time, we were working on very important projects and projects where I can show absolutely nothing. So that's why. Now it's a mix. So I'm trying to find the time, no excuses. And it's a pleasure to see you in design. It's good to see you. So the first thing I want to find here is this guy. So we have environment, and this comes from, I believe, this folder. So I'm gonna call this something else and unhide this level. And now we see something called environment. We have the exponential height fog, the sun and the sky, and the volumetric cloud. I hope the music is not too loud. Let me stop it for now, by the way, it's getting annoying. How is everything going on your side and design? What is your next masterpiece you're working on? Because you keep doing that. So I will rename this from environment to lights exterior. And in the sun and sky, I'd like to get rid of this and just replace it with the directional light, sky atmosphere, and the skylight. And also I want to right click this folder and make it the current folder. So when I click on environment light mixer and I want to add these lights, they would be added here. Now, we cannot add them. That's because, let me get rid of this. And let's type. Let's open it again. Because we have so many suns and skies. So let's type sun and sky. How many we have? We got one. Now, when we have this, it seems we cannot add. Yeah, there we go. So when you have sun and sky, you can't add these again. But before I delete it, just let me check if there is any special settings on top of these. So for example, the skylight, nothing changed except for the cube map resolution. It's 512 instead of 1024. And usually it's kind of very hard to see the difference. The directional light, this is 75,000 lux, which is a unit to measure the sun, and that's like physically correct value, and that's what's also causing. Usually when you add any directional light, the default settings, you have like 10 units. So if you want to go as photoreal, physically, exposure-wise, accurate, you will want to use these values. Now, we have always auto exposure, or we can play with it, which is why you may need to pick your workflow. And I find it just for me easier when like the reason I don't use the sun and sky is because when I press Ctrl L to change the location of my sun, it's just like, hard. And out of the box, when you have any directional light and any of these guys here, and just let me set this to the game settings, everything will look okayish without you changing any exposure settings at the start of a project. So just need to actually just reset this and anything that's affecting the exponential height value. Just do this a couple of times. I wanted to check if there are any special settings in the Sun and Sky. M-Design, you started learning Embergen. Nice. So you want to add more cool things to your environment. Hell yeah for that. Next month is big monthly challenge again from Clint. That's right. I'm very glad it starts when our challenge ends. I think he said 29th of July he will announce. So that's exciting. His last video, the bricks, it's dope. VFX is one of the reasons I started like in 3D so long ago. So I wonder if I just can press Ctrl C on this asset here and press Ctrl V, but not while this selected, just do this. No. Okay, I have an idea. Because I want to copy the exact same settings, but I don't want to. I want to be a little lazy. So let me see. Can I? Yes, I can. But it's slightly more complicated. But this makes it so much easier to copy settings from one light to another. Like I click here, I copy it to whatever, and then I click here and I keep doing my thing. That's a happy accident. I'm glad I did it. So what about the sky atmosphere? Think nothing changed. Skylight. We said nothing changed, so we can delete the sky, sun sky. We can add skylight and the sky atmosphere. And let's select the light. So in my light, no, in the light we copied, we have indirect lighting intensity of 2. So let's set it even to, we can set that later, but usually this is one of the important settings you want to set on any of your projects in Lumen, the indirect lighting intensity. This is an important setting to increase in general. We're gonna take a look at it now. Just let's see what other settings we got. So under rendering, it's fine. Under light mask, we don't want. So light shafts we got. I remember we got. These are settings for the cascaded shadow maps. So nothing really special. Now something interesting happens that makes me think there is something special. Let's just, I think, move forward. Yeah, we had light shafts on. Anyway, let's just reset the lighting, all of it. Let's hide this. Let's make this as the active. You have directional light. It's so interesting how Lumen sometimes updates. You need to put everything on the screen. Callan, are you using hardware ray tracing for the project? I believe I am. Let me check real quick. Rendering. Support hardware ray tracing and use when available. So I am using hardware ray tracing. So Lumen, I don't care about this. Ray lighting mode. I have, so this needs to be, if like to get the most out of hardware ray tracing, you want hit lighting for reflections. I'm gonna take a look at these settings. Of course, you can put the same settings from the post-process volume. As for translucent reflections, this is one of the cool features when using hardware ray tracing. So these are raster reflections on translucent surfaces, but when you use high quality translucency reflections with hardware ray tracing, you get this. Without let's add the rest of the lights and we will try ray trace shadows and the other settings. And let's just put this here. The reflections are so nice, right? Honestly, like internally, I said, wow, that looks good. I hope they improve from here, which is definite. Now, let's open the good old environment light mixer and let's create a skylight. Let's create atmospheric sky. Let's create sky atmosphere. Volumetric cloud we can copy and let's create height fog. Because this is our active folder, everything you add, it will be added here. Now I know what could be missing. Just so you know, every time you add a skylight, you want to enable real-time capture on it. So you would see like the skylight. One of the things I really like about these here is the clouds they got. So I'm gonna, sorry about this, but I need to do this. There we go. I had to mute because there is some noise from downstairs. It's a good habit to add like folders to your favorites so you can find them easily. I will add this level back, what we call lighting, and I'm going to hide things and just keep lighting. I think this is completely empty level, which is exactly what we want. So I'm going to enable persistent this level. Make sure like this is double clicked. Select these actors, so directional light, exponential height fog, the sky atmosphere, and the skylight, and put them here. So move selected actors to level. You can hide them and unhide them. Now I just simply want to copy the volumetric cloud and the exponential height fog from the level from hillside project. So I press Ctrl C. I will hide this level, unhide my level, and here I will select these two, the height fog and the sky atmosphere, and paste. I think I need the sky atmosphere. So let's add it because it got the default settings. There were an old light that was interfering. Now I understand. Double click here and enable game settings. And we can simply now press Ctrl N and place this wherever we like. These are, I think, some 3D modeling tests. Yes. So when I started this environment, like at the very start, I used the Unreal Engine 3D modeling tools to help me block out things around. And here are some very early tests as well, because I was like imagining what if we had a very large. Oh, I forgot to take his friend. So just knowing you can create these cool block outs and shapes inside of Unreal Engine directly is cool. That's how I placed everything around. First with boxes. And this might be a good time to take a look at some of these old screenshots. You look at these boxes behind us. Oh my god, this is so ugly. It's a process, guys. Let's see the same angle, is it? I think this is a nicer angle. Let's hide this level. And let's adjust lighting in the interior. So press G, select my lights. I already have these lights and they are grouped. So they are easy to select. I'm glad I grouped them. So I can put all these to new folder and just call it like products or lights. Let's do this. Let's hide these. What about these lights? Can put these also in new folder. Call it lights. Ceiling. Press Shift G to ungroup things. And let's set this to a much lower value. Also, I think it's best because of how Lumen works. It would be much better idea to have these simply bigger area that is emissive, and you will get the effect of having a light when you're away from it. So the thing with emissive surfaces like this, when you're away, you don't see the light because it's very small and you need to see it in your screen. So that's why we also support them with these lights, rectangular lights. However, one of the good practices for dynamic lighting, so if this is for static lighting and you're baking your lights, this is completely fine. You'll get very cool effect. And notice because we are now close, that we see the effect clearly, but once you get distance or it's outside the screen, it goes away. So that's something to understand about emissive surfaces when you are doing them inside of Unreal. You need larger emissive area that is more visible to the screen. So that's why which file? I think this one. I wanted to pivot the project from the outside Utopian city. This is Utopian Kit Bash. Just get a shorter name. There is some lag. Sorry about that. Recently, Max is lagging very bad. Okay, so my assets are not here. Do you hear the music from outside? Something I've seen. I see people like don't put mannequins in their project. I think like it's PSA. Anytime you're creating anything, always have a mannequin. Yeah, that's your friendly reminder from Spider-Man. Just kidding. So these display tables, if we can, because we have the same table everywhere, I prefer to do the following. Correct the rotation and let's not collapse open subdivision. Let's just keep it as it is for now. What we need to do, so this is, I removed geometry because this was supposed to be light baked. I could restore some of it just in case we want to see from sides, and maybe we could make some sides emissive. However, that could be a little tricky for this side, but we can actually no. We just do a symmetry. Perfect. So when we press E, we just want to make sure, I mean, like when you want to check for rotation, you want to make sure like it's the correct rotation of the object. So we don't want something like this or like this. I mean, as it was rotated. So resetting the X form, same for any scale, is important. Now let's go to default shading to check for the emissive surface area. And we can see that it's little small. So what we can do, select this, and on the y-axis, move it. So it's at 3 centimeters. And I'm thinking that we could add some emissiveness on this part as well. So it's always visible, but the topology here doesn't feel right. I mean, it's not bad, but we want some sort of... So let me try something. So we cap this. I feel I can keep this, and let's just do an inset. Is this too much? Our emissive surface is 3. This is 3. This is 3. Okay. The non-emissive is 1. So let's do 1. I made a mistake here. Setting these to non-emissive surfaces. Let's just add symmetry modifier for this part. Let's just make sure the symmetry is centered to the object. And collapse. I'm doing the same for the other side. I'm gonna keep it like there's no need to stress on all of these. Place the pivot where it should be. see if this is closable. We have 3 edges. I know I did symmetry so many times. We want to address this. And of course, I need to fix this, so I'm gonna do that later. I hate this process. So let's not add any open subdiv. Give it quick box mapping. So this will be a file where I'm going to save all the final table assets. It's a data.math file I can replace every time I want to. And let's always import these assets, for example, in the center domain. So let's export that again. Click on add to the project. And is data.math enabled? So let's make sure. Data.math importer, if this is not enabled, you want to enable this. So let's do that for data.math. And these are duplicated. Now this sucks because this used to be very good workflow from Blender to Unreal. I didn't know that. Is water. Let's just enable this. Why not? Actually, yeah, why not? Cloud. Volumetric. Enabled. We have a sun position calculator. Let's have fun with these. Check the maps. Okay. Let's just hit on restart. We're gonna close. And let's open the project. It's one of the sample projects. It's very cool. think I messed up the color. It definitely looked cooler. Now let's say you've done something like this, and let's say you don't have access to your 3D file or whatever. Like, let's say just on what you can do. Of course, like I can simply now just fix it here in Max. But let's say for any reason, you want to assign new material ID on your object. You go to the modeling tools, and let's find the following. We have attributes, material edit. You can paint the surfaces that you like this. Oops. Hold shift to unpaint, reduce the size a little bit. And let's say I just quickly want this area. You don't need to hold shift or control or anything to add to your selection, by the way. You can simply just click and just click. That's it. It will add things without modifier. If you hold shift, you will deselect. So yeah, let's say for any reason you want to do this. Also, you may be familiar with this. I made a YouTube tutorial if you get too close to your project. So what you need to set is set near clip plane to 1 instead of 10. And you will see much better what's happening. Okay, when you set this to 0, it's gonna be the exact face you select. Now I don't want to overcomplicate this, but let's just, oops, hold shift and do this. Yeah, there we go. Okay. You want to select your material. So in this case, did I do something wrong? I think I did. So let's do it again real quick. Material edit, select the faces. My bad. You need to go to materials and then you want to select one of these. So in this case, we want to select element 2 and then click on assign active material. There is no need to select a material. My bad. Okay, so if I undo this, right now we see how this looks in the content browser, basically. So it's preferred to assign the materials here on the original mesh because every time you click and drag, it will not have the materials. So what I mean, like you don't want this, right? So to avoid this, believe you already know this stuff. Still, it's worth mentioning. Now every time you bring a new asset, get the material. So I'm gonna copy the exact same location of that asset and then put it on the floor. So set it to 0. Then enable the grid snapping on 1. Let's rotate. I have a shortcut to hide selected objects. So I click on that. I select the object I want to delete, which is this, and I unhide my stuff. And now speak about modularity, or once you do change here. So now like what's yeah, if I replace this mesh anywhere, when I scatter it around, it will be replaced everywhere. And that's the goal now, to unify meshes. Right now, each and every one of these is unique. And for performance purposes, it's not preferable. So it's way much better to have like modular assets, let's say, that you can place around. something we can do off stream. I remembered something about lighting. I wanted to add USD, UDS, ultra dynamic sky. But this now looks good. This is strange. Directional lights. Maisa, hello. Why this happens? Let's just restart the project. How's it going, Maisa? Yeah, that's weird. Every time I change my light, I get this duplicate of it or something. Just to be safe, I'm gonna delete all of these. Okay, I think it was one of the levels was visible. Hello, hello. I'm great. Thank you so much. I'm doing great. Chilling and designing. I want to bring UDS for night lighting. So let's do it. All right. That is downloading. Should take just a minute. Maybe put some music. Hello, Khalifi, how are you? Salam. It's always easier to work on a smaller part, so let's just do that. We should get rid of any floating vertices. Well, actually, this is not floating. I can't bridge these for some reason. Max. Target build. Nope. Okay. That's so strange. So two vertices are not merging. How many faces we have or edges? Ah, we have two edges here. Ah, something is here. Okay. Delete, and now we should be good. That's weird. Can you model this with SketchUp or AutoCAD? Me personally, I don't know how to use SketchUp or AutoCAD, but you can model this with any application basically. Now for this face, we wanted to assign different material ID. So let's just do that. It's number 2. And for clarity in reading between material IDs, it's recommended that will change colors as we see here. And this can be ID number 2 as well. We can delete this part for now and just worry about Can you do it, Maisa? What tools do you use? Do you use SketchUp and AutoCAD as like your main tools? So here we have an extra edge that we can get rid of. Now it came in. And then I'm going to connect here like this, so I can simply create something like this, which is like quick loop like so, where I can simply select these, then select this, and let's see if we can now this will not look so fun with Turbo Smooth. We will see. We need to cut. Let's select any non-quads. This guy is a non-quad for some reason. If we select all edges here, it says we have 5 edges and we should have 4. And I wonder where are these 2 edges? They are. That's so interesting. Okay, let's delete. Three edges. Oh. What did I do? That's a big oopsie. Ah, okay. When I deleted the extra edge here. So quickly redoing what we did here to make everything so annoying. Why do we have open loop here? So notice when I double click here, it says edge 871, and if you click one more time, 3 times, or it will select another edge. If we delete that another edge, I think we should be good. Hopefully. I'm tired of these stupid edges. Let's wield, and now if we select this, finally. Let's make sure we close the gaps. Just make sure it imported the correct mesh. And it sounds like that's what happened. Finally. I just want to take it. So you definitely need some support lights next to these. Now what's nice, when you get close, it looks nice. So let's add ultra dynamic sky. I think by now it finished downloading. So let's copy, go to blueprints, and ultra dynamic sky. Let's move this to the lighting folders. I'm gonna type exterior. I can easily find it. Oops. Press G. Let's change time of day. Hey, look at that. Let me stop the music for a little bit. I think this song by itself is bad. Maybe you should raise them UVs. For the texturing, 100%. I'm gonna paint this in Substance Painter for like additional cool effects on the surface, because right now like just one normal color and box mapping doesn't cut it. I want more, I want effects. So unwrapping this in a tool like Ryzen UVs, Mesa, is definitely a great idea. It's one of the best tools to unwrap any object. So we were looking at ultra dynamic sky. We decided like this is the time of the day. You can select, I think, Can we do this? We want volumetric clouds. We have volumetric aurora. I love this plugin. It's just so good. With this plugin, Calfee, yes. So here, ultra dynamic weather. You can click and drag this as another blueprint. Let's just add also here. And I think by default we get the rain. Yeah. Wow, imagine the rain effect on the water. It will look amazing. So, as the rain, it's not bad. It also works in the interior, so I think we need to add some blockers. There's a nice rain thunderstorm. This also should affect the sky. I think there is also snow. Let's bring some light. Yes, there is thunder. So now let's take a look at rain thunderstorm. How is the sky? Let's maybe switch to night because it's easier to see. Can you see the sky? Can you see the thunder? That's so cool. I really like this. Want to find more ways to... There are some cool plugins on the market. I think, I don't know if it's doable with this one, but there must be... Oh, there we go. That's nice. It's assigning like this automatically on the surfaces. Yeah, I think UDS is like one of the most have plugins. Gives you so much control over the weathers you can create with so much ease. And it's like very well customizable. So let's press F11. I think the atmosphere I want is at night, but I don't want thunders. So for now, let's just clear skies. And for the... Instead of aurora, we want static. Actually, aurora is kind of cool, so let's keep it, just for now. So if you want clouds, so how is that working? Interesting. Wow. I want like beautiful sky. So that's a 10. Now imagine when these, I'm gonna definitely change the materials on all the buildings to make them lit. Some windows and stuff. They will look very cool. So I think this is as a new lighting for the project is nice. Maybe I'll make another example where in levels. So this could be like night time. You make a level for that, and then you can copy or whatever you want, change settings, and you make another scenario with daytime on the levels, and you can have multiple lighting setups for cinematics and whatnot. Hello, hello. Hey, Toma, what's up? Thank you so much. This is an old project from Unreal 4, so just to get everyone up to speed and porting this to Unreal Engine 5 with Lumen. So in Unreal 4, it was made with static lighting and whatnot, but now why not go with fully dynamic lighting? And little nice reminder, like the reason I think I'm excited about this project, I'm really excited about what you guys will make for the xSPECTAR challenge we got. I think it might be good time to another reminder. Only 8 days left. So join us. I was talking, but my mic for some reason went on mute. For some, sorry about that. Now I want to explore other settings with UDS. I have contrast. I have overall intensity and night brightness. I think they're linked to each other. And night brightness, I imagine, also is will affect how objects are lit. So that's good. Animate time of the day. Let's see how that looks. Should we like simulate? Oh, nice. I think the first thing I need to do my third person character. Is increasing the field of view. I think 140 is too much. Nice. It's very fun to play with Unreal like this. Where floor is lava. Ah! Yeah, well, let's go. Where is the sun? It's still moving. Look at these lumen glitches as we're getting closer. Transition is nice. So that's regarding animate time of the day. Get shorter or longer. Random starting time, that's cool. Oh wow. Time speed as well. Let's keep this. So as for clouds, do we have any? I don't think we do because we got the Aurora. So let's go to their settings. Guys, give me a second because I think I have a call soon. I just need to check. Yes, I do have a call soon and I need to close in the next 2 minutes, guys. Let's just check the final settings. Ah, there we go. We have some stuff for the moon. I love how it also it's a light source, so you can see how it's lighting surfaces. Can scale it up. Oof, now that's cool. We can also change it over time. Glow intensity. So I'm gonna reset these settings to their defaults. Maybe make it a little bigger. And change the offset. So let's say this is a nice angle. Change the orbit offset. Oops. Yeah, this will not work. No, but when they say manually, what do they mean exactly? Ah, there we go. Nice. All right, guys. I gotta close the stream here because I have a call soon I need to make. So many meetings, they start today, start now. But I'm very, very excited about to see what you guys will submit for the expected world building challenge. In the next stream, we will go through updates on this one. And also there are other projects I want to showcase with you to give you more inspiration. But with all that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's stream. I'm gonna take a final look at the chat and questions. And yeah, so Kalfi, how can we add light inside the buildings and make them interactive with daylight? Now that will take much longer live stream for that. However, there is a very, very nice tutorial that I highly recommend watching that will get you close by Unreal Sensei. So give me a second. Let's type Unreal. There is one about creating planets, and with this tutorial, he talks about somewhere in the construction script where the you get the rotation of the sun or something, and based on that, some materials work. I don't know where he tries it. Here, basically, between like lit material and unlit, these are dynamic. The night time. So, I recommend this. Give it a shot. It's great tutorial, and with same principles, I believe you can achieve, for example, day-night cycle. When it's day, we don't have any lights on, and when it's night, you have like all the materials change on your buildings, for example. So that's cool application. That tutorial will not show you how, but you will get close. You know what I mean? I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.